Hello, I'm back. So, last time I was talking about excuses and really just looking at why do we make excuses, and that sometimes when we make excuses, they really come from a deeper place, possibly just a place of not wanting to deal with something or a fear of not being perfect. So, the fear of dealing with perfection or the fear of not knowing enough. So, I said I would talk about some fears that, come out of some of the excuses that I myself have made in the past, and sometimes still make because, well, we're humans and we continue to make those behavioral things over and over. So I wrote a few things, and I think my biggest one is that I don't have time. And I'm sure some of you guys have heard it. We all, even Beyonce has 24 hours in a day. Oprah has 24 hours in a day. Even saw T-shirts that said, Oprah has 24 hours in a day, just like you. And so I think that's my biggest one, is saying that there's no time. And just to dissect that, what I really mean is I am not managing my time well enough. So there's certain things I have to do in a day. I have to go to work, and so that takes up some time. But then I have my nights really to do what it is I have to do for myself. And so this week I actually did a really good job of managing my time. So when I got home from work, take about 30 minutes to an hour just to recoup and then start doing those tasks which I lay out for myself for Ezibota and for my own personal development. And so what I did is I've been using Google Calendar. I think I mentioned it in another video, but using Google Calendar to set those reminders for myself so that I'm constantly seeing what it is I'm supposed to do. So when I get home, like I said, it's like a recoup time, so I get to see, regroup yourself. So that literally could mean me running through Facebook really quick, or reading a book really quick, or reading some articles, or replying to some texts that I didn't get back to during the day. And then I have 2 hours, which I've set for my coaching, which I do and focus on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So for 2 hours, I'm focused strictly on the tasks that I'm supposed to do for my personal coaching that I'm doing for a year. I also mentioned that in a previous video. And then after that, it's Ezibota. So I focus another 2.5 hours on Ezibota stuff. And by then, so usually when I'm doing my coaching stuff, I'm at the library, and then I come home and I do Ezibota stuff. Just because the internet at the library is a little bit iffy, so I like to just do that at home. And then after that, I set some time for devotional, set some time for eating, of course, and just kind of relaxing. And once I'm home and have done the Ezibota tasks that I'm supposed to do, it's really kind of winding down and preparing for the next day. And so sometimes, I used to make these really long to-do lists because right when I got home, I wanted to do these 20 things in a day. And I'm really getting better about just what are the 3 main tasks that I need to finish today that I cannot finish tomorrow. They have to be done today. And that just helps with putting too much pressure on myself in terms of trying to do too much in a little bit of time, because there's only 24 hours in a day. And so if I'm allocating it to do certain things, that means I can only do certain things in that time. And so that excuse of no time, I've really been looking at that and saying, okay, what am I really doing with my time, and dissecting that. And that's really just, to me, stems from, for me, a place of taking on too much and being overwhelmed. And so taking on too much because sometimes you don't want to say no, or honestly, I think that I can do it all, but I cannot do it all as much as I want to believe that I can. I cannot. And so, yeah, that's what I want to talk about today in terms of excuses part 2, just looking at that specific one. Some of the other ones I listed was unmotivated, can't focus, unexpected events, and I kind of broke down, kind of like I talk right now, with each of those is where is that stemming from, when do I feel like that. And it was just a good exercise to do for myself, really to evaluate what are those things that I'm telling myself mentally, and how can I change the language that I tell myself. And so I encourage you guys to also do an exercise like that, just looking at what excuses are you making and what do those excuses really mean versus what you're saying. I saw a quote today that I really liked. It's by Thomas Fuller, and it says, Bad excuses are worse than none. And so I'll leave you with that. Bad excuses are worse than none. Do what you say you're going to do. If you don't do it, you don't do it. But to continue giving bad excuses, sometimes it's better just to not even say anything at all. All right. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.